To live a life that truly stands out, we need to build a way of thinking that draws on deep inner strength, a clear sense of purpose, and real direction. This doesn't happen automatically. It's a choice we make and a standard we decide to keep for ourselves. To reach this place, we have to train our minds, our hearts, and our spirit to aim higher, to see beyond the ordinary, and to be fully present in each moment with true focus. It's about viewing our lives as something we shape, not by luck, but through the choices we make and the values we hold close. Think back on your life for a moment. Can you remember a time when you just knew something had to change, a time when you felt that inner push to expect more for yourself? That feeling was more than just a passing thought. It was the start of real change. We grow into who we believe we can be and what we accept for ourselves. If we see ourselves in a way that holds us back, our lives will be held back too. But when we believe in our potential for more, everything starts to shift. Suddenly, a new and higher standard feels possible, and our path forward begins to look brighter. Getting to this point isn't always easy. Sometimes it can feel lonely and requires us to stay humble and let go of habits that feel familiar but don't really help us move forward. Growing doesn't just happen on its own, it's something we have to work toward. It means looking beyond what we're used to, letting go of routines that no longer help us. This kind of growth calls us to reach out, to look for advice and perspective from others, even when it's tough to face the honest answers we get. It means being open about where we've fallen short and having the courage to step into new ways of thinking and being. Some people hold back on this journey because they're afraid to step outside what feels safe and familiar. They hold tightly to the beliefs they've always had, feeling more secure in being right than in finding what's real. In the end, it's not our mistakes that keep us stuck, it's our hesitation to grow beyond them. What we spend our time looking for becomes what we see the most. Without even realizing it, we start to shape our lives around the thoughts and feelings we focus on. When we dwell on things like disappointments, criticism, or reasons to feel overlooked, these things seem to show up more and more, almost as if they were waiting for us to notice them. But when we open our hearts to see good things like growth, support, and encouragement, we start to notice those blessings showing up too, often in amazing ways. God has given us the power to focus on what matters most to us. So when we choose to search for hope, goodness, and those special moments in life, we'll start to see His work around us in ways we may not have noticed before. Our way of thinking shapes what we notice and what we miss. When we fill our hearts and minds with good things, God's lessons, the love around us, and the things that uplift us, we take in what truly feeds our spirit. But to do this, we need to let go of always needing to be right or proving ourselves. When we release that need, we become open to others' wisdom and experiences, allowing them to bring value to our own lives. Humility, knowing we don't have all the answers, becomes a way to discover deeper meaning and purpose. There's something truly beautiful about staying open to learning, always ready to grow, and eager to see what God might show us next. The moment we think we have it all figured out is the moment we stop growing and miss out on all the richness life has to offer. But when we choose to walk with a sense of wonder, open to others and their experiences, and when we listen and ask questions with a humble heart, we find ourselves changed. We discover the unique gifts in others, gifts that, when shared, can help us become the best versions of ourselves. Ego can make it hard to see clearly, hiding the lessons life brings us. It's like a gentle cover that keeps us from feeling the sharpness of our own blind spots, while pride adds an invisible weight to those who aren't open to listening. When we take on a responsibility, it's tempting to just do what we need to get through. But deep down, we know real growth happens when we step out of the comfort zone of good enough and reach for something more meaningful. After all, Jesus called us to be the light of the world, guiding us to live fully and with purpose. Throughout life, people might call us ordinary, question our efforts, or even suggest we'll never overcome the challenges we faced. But faith encourages us not to let those voices sink in. Instead, we're meant to focus on the potential God sees in us. When we aim high, it's not to impress others or live up to temporary standards. It's to fulfill the gifts and strengths God has placed within us. The Bible reminds us that we're fearfully and wonderfully made, and we're called to live by that truth in all we do. Good enough is never enough when God has planted even greater possibilities in our hearts. Wisdom finds us not when we're on top, but when we feel like we've hit the lowest point. These tough moments might seem like the end, but they're really the ground where God steps in with new strength and fresh hope. Rock bottom isn't a sign of failure. It's a steady place where we can stand and start again, supported by God's grace. Here, in the middle of our struggles, our faith grows stronger, our purpose becomes clearer, and we learn how to turn every challenge into a chance to move forward. I'm not worried about whether you'll find success. I know you will. What I hope for you is that you'll let yourself stumble along the way. The ones who keep getting back up, who refuse to stay down, are the ones whose strength grows, whose faith deepens, and who end up leaving a true mark on the lives of others. How many of us wish for a true change in life, a shift that doesn't just skim the surface but reaches deep within? For that, there's a choice we all face: to commit to a way of thinking that won't give up, no matter what. This isn't about winning one battle or making it through a single struggle. It's about deciding to live with strength and purpose in every area of your life. Right here, right now, let yourself say with confidence, I am going to succeed. Not just to get by, but to live fully, stepping into a life filled with meaning and hope. Know this: giving up has a cost that's too heavy to bear. The weight of missed opportunities and dreams left behind can follow us through life, and too many people live with that regret, watching chances slip away. God has placed in our hearts a vision of a life full of joy, purpose, and strength. To let that vision go means carrying a deep sense of loss that lasts far beyond today. The real test comes when we step out of the safe space of feeling inspired and we start to face the doubters and critics. They have a way of creeping in, trying to shake our confidence and weaken our dreams. But this is where we have to stand firm. It's easy to feel motivated for a moment. The real strength lies in deciding to push forward, even when everything around us seems to pull us back. Make a choice to chase after your vision with steady determination. Hold on to a strength that doesn't give up, a resolve that says, I am here to succeed, to live fully, and to follow the purpose I was made for. Don't just make a promise, dive in fully. Let this journey be one you're willing to give your whole heart to. Be steady, be unyielding, and keep that fire alive for the life you know is meant for you. Think about the people who believed in you from the very beginning. They're not just part of your past, they're like voices that still echo, reminding you of the potential they saw long before you ever noticed it yourself. These are the ones who encouraged you when you felt unsure, who saw something special in you even when you couldn't see it. And standing there with them is God, steady and strong, nudging you forward, believing in you and your purpose, even when your own faith feels a little shaky. Here's the truth. If you let them, doubt and insecurity can steal your dreams. They slip in quietly, wearing down your hopes and keeping you from seeing the strength God has given you. No one else can face this struggle for you. You have to know deep down that you are capable, that you have everything you need, and that God has placed these dreams and hopes within you for a reason. Believing in yourself isn't only about reaching your goals, it's also about honoring the love and faith others have shown you, and recognizing that their trust in you wasn't a mistake. Trust in the purpose that's been placed in your heart, not just because others see it in you, but because God Himself put it there. You weren't created to sit on the sidelines, held back by fear or self-doubt. You were made for something remarkable, a life that stands out and speaks to the journey you've come through. Each time you take a step forward, each moment you choose courage over hesitation, you honor this precious life you've been given and the God who shaped it with such love. For years, society have told young people, you're fine just the way you are. But for those who feel lost, uncertain, or weighed down by sadness, hearing you're okay can feel hollow, adding to their sense of emptiness. Many young people feel stuck, struggling to find meaning or purpose as though their lives are just drifting without direction. And when we tell them they're good enough in this state, it doesn't lift them up. It leaves them feeling more alone. What people need most is a gentle reminder that this tough time doesn't have to shape the rest of their lives. Instead of focusing on where they are now, we can help them see what they could become. You're only just starting, we might say, and God has given you many years to grow into someone far beyond what you can imagine now. This is not about pointing out faults or diminishing them. It's about lifting their perspective above today's challenges to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. It's a faith rooted not in the struggles they face today, but in the potential that lies within them. This kind of encouragement is what sparks hope, what speaks to the soul, the invitation to grow and become more, with God guiding them each step of the way, leading them toward their true purpose. Now, if you're a parent who loves your child deeply, you want nothing more than for them to grow into who they're meant to be. You hope they discover all their talents, that they reach for what's possible and keep moving past anything that might hold them back. This desire feels like a calling, a real promise to help guide them as they grow into someone stronger and even more amazing every day. This speaks to a deep truth about our lives. Each of us is meant to grow, not just to settle for who we are now, but to reach for who we could become. It's a choice to keep improving, to see the good and the strength we hold, and to take charge of that path with all our mind, heart, and spirit. We're called to rise, to work towards something greater, not just for our own success, but to live up to the values we believe in. For me, it all started with a dream to make a difference, a dream to help people truly love and appreciate themselves, not in a prideful way, but with a deep sense of their own value. I wanted to inspire others to live with honesty and to make choices with courage. Beginning this journey changed me too. I began to see that I have the power to lift myself up, to be my own help, because God has placed that strength within me. So here we are at a place where dreams feel both powerful and possible, where the heart longs to rise above the struggles and setbacks. Life calls us to go beyond what's comfortable, inviting us to step with purpose into a life marked by hope and determination. It's in these moments when we choose not just to dream, but to act, that we truly honor the gift of life we've been given. Think of every challenge as a chance to grow and every triumph as a reminder of the strength God has placed in you. This journey isn't only about proving something to the world, it's about fulfilling what was planted deep within your heart. You are already being shaped, gently and patiently, for a purpose only you can fulfill, a purpose that is meant to bring light, love, and transformation, not only to your own life, but to others too. Know this, you are not alone. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is a step guided by a love that knows no bounds. Together, let's hold on to this faith, allowing it to carry us past the doubts and beyond the fears. With this hope, we're given strength to walk confidently and with purpose. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Now let's bring our hearts together and pray, letting God's presence fill every part of this path forward. Lord, I come before you yearning to live with a purpose that honors the life you've given me and fulfills the vision you hold for me. I want to approach each day not as a mere step along the path, but as a choice to live fully, intentionally, and in harmony with your will. Grant me the courage to seek growth not only in moments of clarity, but also in those quiet, uncertain times when your voice feels like a gentle whisper. When I sense the call to become more, to stretch beyond what I know, and to let go of the things that hold me back, make my heart willing to respond with trust. Lead me beyond the fears and hesitations that pull me back to the familiar, and give me courage to step forward, trusting that you are working something new and good within me. Open my eyes to see the potential you've sown inside me, and lift away the doubt and self-limiting thoughts that cloud my vision. Replace any fear I feel about stepping beyond my comfort zone with a longing for your truth, a truth that may sometimes be challenging but always sets me free. Teach me to carry a humble spirit, willing to learn without pride, and open to the wisdom others may share, remembering that true growth comes not from proving myself, but from surrendering to your guidance. Help me, Father, to see the beauty woven into each day. Guide my thoughts to notice and cherish the blessings, even the small and simple ones, so I may feel your presence in everything. Let me look past the disappointments and insecurities that sometimes blur my view, and help me recognize the quiet strength you build within me through every trial and blessing. Remind me that each thought I hold shapes my world, and that by choosing to see your goodness, I invite it to fill my life. When I feel small or uncertain, bring me back to the truth that you have given me the power to focus on light, strength, and gratitude. As I walk this path, Lord, help me to be a beacon of hope to those around me, as you have called us to be lights in the world. Let me rise beyond complacency, choosing each day to step into the purpose you have lovingly designed for me. Help me to press beyond what is comfortable, beyond what feels good enough, and let my life be a reflection of your glory. May each step I take become an offering of love, courage, and faith. In moments of challenge, grant me the strength to stand firm, knowing that these trials are not here to break me, but to strengthen the resolve you've placed within my heart. Thank you, Lord, for the people you've placed in my life who have believed in me, even when I have struggled to believe in myself. May their kindness and trust remind me that I am not alone, that my journey is supported by the love you pour through them. Help me to honor their belief in me by becoming all you have intended, knowing that their love reflects your own, a constant presence of support and encouragement. For the young people in this world searching for direction, I ask that you grant them a hope and a vision that goes beyond what they know today. Help me to be a voice of encouragement, someone who points them not just toward immediate goals, but toward a life rich with meaning and purpose. Let them see in me a reflection of the love and potential you've placed in each of us, so they too may rise above the limits they may have set upon themselves. Bless all parents and mentors, Lord, with wisdom and patience that they may inspire young hearts to grow, dream, and reach for their full potential. May their words and actions guide others to recognize the beauty within, to find courage, and to trust in the unfolding of your purpose. Let my journey, Lord, be one of continual growth, driven not by ambition alone, but by a desire to reflect your love more deeply each day. May my commitment to grow and improve be a testament to the faith you have placed within me, and let my heart be filled with strength, hope, and vision for what is yet to come. Ground me in the assurance that you are the author of this journey, and in all I do, let me live as a vessel of your love and light. Thank you, Lord, for the path before me and for the purpose that fills my heart. Let each step forward draw me closer to you and deeper into the love, peace, and strength that come only from your hand. In your holy name I pray. Amen.